Brand Capital is a business part of the Times Group where we take equity stakes in companies which have a brand focus, meaning where there is an investment in a brand, and we invest with media capital. That's what we give. So when these companies are growing, they require a lot of capital to build and sustain and grow their brands, and we invest in those companies because at Times Group, we have a variety of media properties, a whole spectrum, starting from newspapers at one end all the way to digital in the other end. We bring to bear everything we have for these companies. So we have invested in a large number of companies. We have over 800 companies today in our portfolio, ranging from something like a Flipkart, Future Group on one end, all the way to practically every major real estate developer. Where you would buy a flat, you're living in Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai, wherever. So that is our portfolio. We have healthcare, we have packaged goods, we have consumer durables, we have airlines, we have travel, we have education. So we get every sector that touches a consumer in our portfolio. And our portfolio is over 32,000 crores today in size, and it continues to grow. You see, we heard this earlier in a part of a discussion today. There are some 28 million couples in India that have a fertility issue, some sort or the other. Of this, only about 1 million of them, just about 1 million out of the 28 million, approach a doctor or a service to try and get some help. What that leaves is 27, all right? And when you see about 2,800 cycles, as they call, the cycle is if you try to do a fertility, get pregnant once, that's called a cycle. About 2,800 per million infertile women in India versus Japan is 135,000 cycles. 2,800 versus 130. So it's huge. The gap is huge. The potential is huge. But there's yet another gap on the other side, which a lot of us don't see easily. The awareness level is quite low. We have all kinds of social stigmas. The other day, somebody was telling me in my office, a young lady, that couple of her friends were going through this process, and they were telling their doctors not to tell anybody that they had their child through IVF. So we have a variety of stigmas and awareness or lack thereof in society that needs to be bridged. Yes, of course, as you go down, we heard about private pay and public pay and all that stuff. As you go down in the economic spectrum, people's affordability is not there, but that is coming up. There's more and more people who can afford these cycles, and that will converge, that will come up. But the important thing is the awareness has to come up where people come up readily to take the service, and we're seeing that change dramatically. And we as a media company, we think we can play a very important role in that, which is the reason we have invested in Cocoon Fertility. And we're looking at several other possibilities in IVF. Cocoon Fertility is one where we incubated the company from the start, but we're looking at multiple other formats being part of IVF as well. 3 things. One is the awareness level is going to multiply. The number of women that are entering the fertile age, which is somewhere between 20 to 44, 45, thereabouts, that's increasing by about 14%. But the rate of growth of infertile women within that same group, that is at 20%, okay? That combined with the fact that the ability to spend is substantially increasing as well, and the desire to have a family. Now you put all that together with a decreasing stigma. People are more willing, more open in today's world. Combination of all that is a rich environment where the market's going to grow, okay? We are already seeing multiple companies coming to us for media capital to expand awareness about their brand, about their offering. These IVF centers have got to step up their quality, meaning the way they measure quality there is a number of times a lady tries and number of babies that are born. It's very simple. You produce a baby quickly, you're up for them, right? So the success will beget success. And when 3 IVF centers in Bombay succeed, that will not only lift them, that'll lift the others. So in the next 5 years, I believe there are about 1,500 centers across India. In the next 5 years or so, I not only expect these centers to double and triple in size in terms of number of patients they deal with, but the number of centers also to double. So it's going to grow manifold over the next 5 years. We're quite bullish on it.